The SVI Sports Network returns now with more live coverage of Bear Lake High School sports.
Welcome to Bear Lake High School. It's district championship time. Bear Lake Bears and the Marsh Valley Eagles. If the Bears win, they are district champions and have stamped their ticket to the state tournament. If the Eagles win, we'll do this again on Thursday night from Marsh Valley. So, a lot on the line tonight. We got the trophy in the house, the medals in the house, and a pretty good crowd so far.
Yeah.
For the Bear Lake Bears.
You got 15 more minutes. If you're not here yet, get in the car. The weather's good.
Bring your earbuds, listen to us.
Yeah.
It'll confuse you because we'll be about 15 seconds behind. But you listen to us. Anyway, so welcome to Bear Lake Championship, Bear Lake Basketball Championship game on the air. Bear Lake Bears and Marsh Valley Eagles, like we said, these three have now played 3 times in the last 2 times in the last about 3 weeks, no less than that. And they played as recently as last Thursday night as the Bear Lake Bears hosted. The last game the Bears played was against these Marsh Valley Eagles. Final score in that game, which was the semifinal, Bear Lake 61 and Marsh Valley 22. So Bears the heavy favorite in the 3 games combined. Bears average win is about 30 to 35 points a night on average is what the Bears are winning by. The game the other night, obviously, by 39. The first game in Marsh Valley was about 32-33, and then the home game against Marsh Valley for the Bears was a 28-point win. So Bears averaging about 30 to 35 points a night victory over these Eagles. The other night, in the semifinal matchup, leading scorer for the Eagles was Merzlock. She put up 6 points, and she was in foul trouble early. She didn't play a lot of the first half, and then got herself out of foul trouble in the second half. In fact, didn't commit another foul.
Right.
She committed 2 early in the first quarter, a third one early in the second quarter. So she didn't play much in the first half because of those. And then the second half did not commit another foul, but the damage was undone by that point. The Bears had a pretty hefty lead by halftime. And Merzlock is a key to Marsh Valley when they play Bear Lake for sure. Bears have a lot of size inside between Crockett and Wells, and Merzlock is the best matchup that the Eagles have for those two. And when she got in foul trouble, it made it tough for the Eagles. The other key cog in the wheel for the Eagles against the Bear Lake Bears in the game in Marsh Valley that kept Marsh Valley relevant as long as they were in that game was Belknap. And she was red hot from 3 in the game in Marsh Valley. The other night here in the semifinals, she was 0 for 5 from 3. So if you're the Marsh Valley Eagles, you got to have Merzlock stay out of foul trouble and Belknap heat up from the outside. So that's the keys to the game if I'm a Marsh Valley Eagles fan. Let's talk keys to the game if you're a Bear Lake fan. We'll start with Nate, then Lisa, and then I'll bring up the caboose on this one.
You know, Jared, I think my key to the game tonight is simple. If I'm Coach Ken Wells down there on the sideline, clearly Bear Lake having a dominating win against this team in recent history. A 40-point win is nothing to sneeze at, so Bear Lake coming into this game a heavy favorite. But my key is to have a short memory tonight. Bear Lake's got to come out and forget that 40-point game even happened. You got to start from scratch. Come out here understanding that any team can win on any given night, and then just come out and play your brand of basketball. I think if Bear Lake comes out and performs the way they've performed all year, the odds of them winning are obviously pretty good. So I would say just have a short memory. Don't really let that game get in your head. Don't get too comfortable, but also just play your typical brand of basketball. I think that's my key to the game tonight.
Lisa.
Mine is going to be basically the same thing. I'm just going to put some labels on it. Stay humble and stay confident. I think you can do both.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think these girls know how to play together. They know how to play for each other. And they've just got to keep doing what they're doing. Keep playing Bear Lake ball, but stay humble and stay confident.
And I'm going to add a couple more labels, but stay on the same train. I'm going to say also stay hungry. And that what should help a little bit with them staying hungry is the state championship rings from volleyball showed up today.
Yeah.
And several of these young ladies were on that state championship volleyball team. They were handed their state championship rings today. if they weren't hungry before, putting that ring on their finger, knowing that there's a chance to get another one here in a couple weeks if they take care of business tonight, should help. So I'm going to say stay hungry, and then I'm going to also say stay focused. The other the first round of the district tournament, Snake River came in to Bear Lake and played much closer game than maybe they could have. Not could have, because they obviously did it, but what they should have with Bear Lake and the way Bears have performed this year. And that refocused the Bears, and that was to the detriment of Marsh Valley when they came in 2 nights later, because the Bears were so much more focused, and they need to continue that focus rather than thinking about the 39-point win last Thursday night against these Marsh Valley Eagles. They need to be thinking about the game in Marsh Valley where Belknap got red hot from the outside. They need to be thinking about the game with Snake River here in the first round of the district tournament, where Snake River stayed closer for longer than they should have.
Well, and I think physically, Bear Lake obviously the dominating team in this matchup. I think physically Bear Lake has all the tools tonight to win the game. It's a mental game, absolutely. So you've got to come out, and you've got 3 wins on this team already in the season. So don't get too confident, but like you said, you got to stay focused on the goal at hand, which is to win a state championship. And this is just another building block going into that. So Bear Lake's got to come out and just play how they have all year. And it's as simple as that. There's really not much more to say. It's absolutely a mental game tonight, not the physical game as much.
So you bring up the state championship, and that's what happens next for the winner of the district tournament. And if that is Bear Lake tonight or Marsh Valley in 2 nights, that team will advance to the state tournament. If it's the Bears, they will go in as the number 2 overall seed. The seeding is done. Once the qualifying is over, the seeding is done by Max Preps, and Bear Lake sitting number 2 in the state via Max Preps right now. And the way the numbers look, I don't know that Bear Lake, I know that Bear Lake can't catch Sugar Salem, and there's a pretty slim chance of Bear Lake falling behind South Fremont, who sits at number 3. So the Bears, especially with the win tonight, would secure that number 2 overall seed in the state tournament. On the line for the loser of this matchup, if it's Marsh Valley tonight, what they would face is a play-in game on Saturday versus most likely South Fremont, because South Fremont and Sugar Salem are sitting in the same scenario we are, where Sugar doesn't have a loss yet and South Fremont has one in their tournament. Again, a true double. They also play tonight. If Sugar wins, they're district champs. If South Fremont wins, they'll do it again on Thursday. That is a lot closer, where the Bears have won by an average of 32, 33 points against these Marsh Valley Eagles. The other night, the South Fremont Sugar Salem game in their semifinal matchup was a 1-point game. Sugar only won that one by a point, and so that one's a much tougher, but South Fremont does have to beat them twice without Sugar winning, so that's going to be a tough job for them.
Now, I have a question for you. In the scenario that South Fremont were to pull an upset here, win tonight, win again on Thursday, sending Sugar to the play-in game, does that change the state rankings as far as seeding for the tournament?
No, it's all based on the Max Preps rankings, and Sugar Salem has a big enough lead in Max Preps that there's no way Bear Lake would pass them, and South Fremont, even with the 2 wins head-to-head over them, would even have a harder time passing them because they're such a big lead.
Could they pass us?
South Fremont, I don't think South Fremont could pass Bear Lake unless Bear Lake were to lose tonight and South Fremont were to beat Sugar twice. In that scenario, it's possible, but it would be very difficult because Bear Lake's almost 2 full points ahead of South Fremont, so it would be very difficult for that to happen.
All right.
So, most likely, the Bears would be the number 2 seed, and facing Marsh Valley, if they lose tonight, is a very tough matchup there. South Fremont and Sugar ranked 1 and 3 in the state, and one of those 2 will be in the play-in game on Saturday versus the loser of this district championship, which, based on Max Preps and the first 3 meetings of the year, is likely to be Marsh Valley in that game. So that's what's ahead. Both teams have already secured that they're going to play at least one more after tonight. Bears are guaranteed to play at least 2 more after tonight. Marsh Valley is guaranteed to play at least 1 more after tonight, because if they lose, they'll play in that play-in game, and then they can win their way into state. If the Bears lose tonight, they know they'll play Thursday, and they know they'll play at least on Saturday at worst-case scenario. So Bears got at least 2 more games. Marsh Valley at least 1 more. And we're going to have district championship right here, starting in about 2 minutes. And then, it should be fun. Should be a good time. It's interesting, this in 4A, they do the district tournament, the whole tournament, at the home team, at the home court of the higher seed. So we've talked about this off the air. If this was last year when we were still in the other district, in the what's now 3A, we would be sitting probably in Preston right now for this game. And because it's a neutral court, and so we probably would have made arrangements to meet in Preston. And so it's kind of nice to be sitting in the comfortable confines of the home court for the Bear Lake Bears here in the Bear Cave.
Also, I don't know about you guys, but it's a lot shorter drive home.
Yeah.
Not that I'm going to complain about driving over to Preston.
Bonus.
But it is kind of nice just to, you guys a little bit further out, 10, 15 minutes, but kind of nice to be in your home stadium, so to speak.
Absolutely. So district championship should be a fun one. And we're almost ready. Pep band's going to finish warming up here. We've got about a minute before the starting lineups. We're going to do things a little bit different tonight. Lights are going to go off. We're going to do spotlight for both teams. Should be a good time. But we'll have the Bear Lake High School Pep band playing the school song before we get to that point. It should, like I said, if one last time, keys to the game if you're Marsh Valley. Merzlock, stay out of foul trouble because she is an effective player on the interior. And then heat up from the outside, especially Belknap. She is a shooter, and if she can get hot, she can keep the Eagles close. And as we've said many times, when you have an underdog, the best thing you can do is stay close as long as possible. All right, let's take a 30-second break. We'll come back right after this.
Live coverage of Bear Lake High School sports on the SVI Sports Network is presented by Southeast Idaho Steel, a locally owned business making locally produced steel signs and fixtures. Flying S title and escrow, whatever it takes. Stephen Hammond Dental, local family dentistry. Gary Tusher CPA, bookkeeping, tax returns, and payroll, here to help. And by Lenhart Beverages, proud to support the Bear Lake Bears.
You're watching Bears basketball with Jared and Lisa on the SVI Sports Network.
All right, and they're announcing the best seats in the house winner tonight, and it's Ryan Shaw. That's the first adult we've seen sit on the couch in the whole season. It's usually kids. So Ryan, he's going to go over and sit on the couch and have a large pizza, Mountain Dew, and enjoy the game from there. All right. Flag coming down from the ceiling. It is time now for the national anthem. It'll be played by tonight being played by the Bear Lake Pep Band. We'll let you listen in. Great job done by the Bear Lake High School pep band with the national anthem tonight. And it is time now to announce tonight's
Marsh Valley
starting lineups.
and the home team, the Bear Lake Bears.
And of course the district championship between the Bear Lake Bears and the Marsh Valley Eagles. Starting tonight at guard, a junior, number 2, Madison Foster.
For
Bear Lake, a guard, 5'5" senior, number 2, Sadie Shaw. Playing at guard for Marsh Valley, number 10, a junior, Taisley Belknap. Another guard for Bear Lake, number 10, senior, Taisley Neal. Another guard for Marsh Valley, junior, number 11, Olivia Campbell. A guard, number 11, Emery Walker. For Bear Lake, senior Emery Walker. Playing out forward for Marsh Valley, number 20, Mackie Roche. Playing it forward for Bear Lake, junior, number 24, Peyton Crockett. And playing at center for Marsh Valley, a sophomore, number 24, Zaylee Merzlock. And at center for Bear Lake, number 32, sophomore, Hallie Wells. Marsh Valley is coached by Ashley Baker, Jerry Dunn, Kurt Willis, and Zoe Armstrong. And the Bear Lake Bears being coached tonight by Ken Wells, Sean Lloyd, and Josie Boris. Are you ready?
I am so ready. I've never been more ready for anything in my life.
Let's go.
All right, that was kind of fun to do it that way.
Yeah.
You know, I got to say, Marsh Valley has the name Eagles, and there was another team this week called the Eagles that did a pretty good job. Huh, Jared?
Yeah. It was a good game.
It was a great game.
Actually,
it was a blowout, but
It was really
It was incredibly boring.
It really was. We didn't even talk about that pregame.
I was cheering for the Chiefs, but I'm not like a diehard Chiefs fan, so I just enjoyed the football game.
I mean, that was a boring game.
It was.
I can genuinely say as a football fan, I was more excited for the ads, Jared.
All right, here we go. Center court. Wells versus Merzlock for the opening tip, and it's controlled by Bear Lake. And Sadie Shaw will bring the ball into the front court, the Bears. And the Eagles underway, district championship game. Wells on the foul line extended. She dribbles across, looks for Walker underneath,
Beautiful
turnaround.
pass.
Nice assist from Wells, layup for Walker, and the Bears are up 2-0, 15 seconds into the game. Foster gets it to Merzlock, and then to Roche, out to Foster. And the Eagles set the offense. Campbell and Foster playing catch with it up top, two-guard set. Now inside it goes to Roche, is knocked away, taken away by Wells, quickly up ahead to Shaw, but Foster got just enough of that, so Shaw couldn't bring it in cleanly. The Bears turn it right back over after getting the steal on one end and they commit the turnover on the other end. And we're doing it all again. Foster gets it to Merzlock. Merzlock bounce back to Campbell, and then the pass inside Merzlock at the foul line. Around the corner to Roche. Roche for three. Long and no good. Rebound in the corner to Emery Walker. She'll get it to Shaw, and the Bears with the 2-0 lead on the Bear Lake Memorial Health scoreboard. Hallie Wells over to Shaw. Shaw, she double dribbled it. She dribbled to get control of it, and then she paused her dribble and started over, and that means that she commits the turnover. So the Bears have turned it over 2 possessions in a row, but they have the 2-0 lead. Cross court, the pass goes to Belknap. Belknap inside to Merzlock. Out of bounds, knocked away by Emery Walker, and it will be Marsh Valley ball underneath the basket with 28-second shot clock. 6:47 game clock in a 2-0 game in the early going. Ball comes into Roche. She's going to drive, loop it up, no good. Rebound to Sadie Shaw for the Bears. Shaw goes ahead to Neal. Neal tries to go to Crockett, just a little bit too far outside for her. Crockett was still moving underneath the hoop. The Bears commit the turnover. 3 possessions in a row. The Bears have turned it over without getting the shot off. Foster now to Campbell, still in the backcourt. She gets it to Merzlock on the foul line. Merzlock in the corner to Roche. Roche Cross court, Foster up top, now to Belknap in the corner. Belknap fakes the drive. She'll toss up to Roche at the top of the key, and they'll reset the offense with 15 seconds on the shot clock. Campbell on the wing. Lobs it to Merzlock on the foul line. Back out to Campbell. Campbell shoots the three. She makes it. There's a Phillips 66 USAA three-point make for the Marsh Valley Eagles. They take the lead at 3-2. 2 minutes gone here in the first half. Neal guarded by Belknap. Now in the corner to Shaw. Shaw misses it, but Neal gets the rebound. She kicks it out to Shaw. The Bears will reset the offense now to Walker. Walker will shoot the three. She misses. Rebound. Knocked down by Crockett, but Foster will pick it up. Here come the Eagles with the 1-point lead in the basketball. Ahead to Roche. Cross court to Foster. Foster in the corner. It goes to Belknap. Belknap. Dribble drive, baseline. She lobs it back to Merzlock. Merzlock up and no good. Just a little bit too hard off the glass. Great shot. Doesn't go. Rebound to the Bears. Neal in the corner with it. She goes inside to Wells. It's knocked away from her, but Neal will pick it up. Go to Shaw. Shaw to Walker. Walker, three ball on the way. No good. A rebound by Campbell. Campbell quickly up ahead. Belknap wide open. She lays it up and in. 5-2 is the lead, and 5 straight for the Eagles. The Bears scored the first 2 and have not scored since. Neal on the wing up top to Shaw. Shaw over to Walker. Walker back up top. Shaw straight away for 3. Rims out. Rebound and put back by Crockett. Crockett breaks the 5-0 scoring run for the Eagles and makes it a 1-point game. Belknap down the lane. Can't get it to go. Walker with the rebound for the Bears. Quickly Shaw into the front court. Now she'll set the offense. She goes to Walker. Walker's going to drive, get all the way to the hoop, miss it. Partially blocked there by Campbell. Rebound to Belknap. Campbell quickly up ahead to Foster, and Foster will pull it back out to Belknap. Belknap pump fakes the 3, drives, goes back out to Campbell. Campbell straight away from 3. She gets it to go. Campbell with another Phillips 66 USAA three-point make for the Marsh Valley Eagles, and they lead it 8-4 in the very early going. Ball's knocked away, now to bounds by Belknap. It'll be Bear Lake ball in front of the Marsh Valley bench.
All right, everybody coming out but Wells in Skinner, Saxton, Alleman, Pelto.
Bamey, not Pelto.
That's right.
Skinner will trigger, and she goes to Bamey. Bamey sets the offense over to Saxton. Saxton inside to Alleman, now to Walker. Wells and Bamey and Skinner playing catch with it, but knocked away from Bamey. She loses it, picked up by Foster, but Bamey will just steal it right back. Nice defensive play there by Bamey to get the steal. Saxton, dribble drive, up, off the backboard, no good. Rebound, Saxton gets it, and it's a jump ball between Saxton and Roche.
It should stay Bear Lake ball.
Bear Lake got the opening possession.
Oh, that's right. You're right.
So Marsh Valley basketball, the Bears have not scored in quite a while. 8-4 Marsh Valley lead with 3:39 left in the first quarter. Campbell with it in the backcourt. She gets it into the front court. She's going to drive the lane, get it to Merzlock. Merzlock, shot blocked by Wells, rebounded by Skinner for the Bears. Skinner to Saxton. Saxton to Wells. Wells going to have to get it back outside Saxton. Straight away from 3. No good. And a rebound foul on the Bears. The Bears have shot quite a few outside shots, and they have not yet made one of those Phillips 66 USAA three-point shots.
Skinner with her first foul.
3:19 left to go in the first quarter. 8-4 in favor of the Eagles. They have the ball after the foul. Ball comes into Belknap. Belknap dribbles in the front court, defended there by Bamey. Saxton comes over for the double team. She gets it to Foster. Foster lobs to Roche. Roche inside to Merzlock. Double teamed, but she gets around. Skinner gets it up and in, 10-4.
Great move by Merzlock.
Bamey with it. She goes to Saxton, back to Bamey, back to Saxton. Cross-court lob to Skinner on the wing, up top Bamey. Bamey back to Skinner. Skinner for 3. That one's in and out. Looked like it was going to go. And a rebound foul on the Bears again.
That goes on Alleman, her first.
That Phillips 66 USAA three-point shot virtually hit the net before it popped back out.
Evans in for Belknap.
30-second timeout taken by the Bears. We'll take it with them on the SVI Sports Network.
Bear Lake Drug in Montpelier is your full-service pharmacy, including prescription refills and medications. Bear Lake Drug also offers services such as rapid strep test, rapid influenza test, and medication synchronization. Ask your pharmacist for more details at Bear Lake Drug on Washington Street in Montpelier. Visit BearLakeDrugID.com. That's BearLakeDrugID.com. It's your local drugstore and a whole lot more. Bear Lake Drug.
This is your home for Bear Lake Bears basketball, live on SVI Media and The Wave, all a part of the SVI Sports Network.
10-4 on the Bear Lake Memorial Healthcare scoreboard. Bears trailing the Marsh Valley Eagles in the very early going. 2:45 left in the first quarter. The Bears have been ice cold to start this game after getting the quick 2-0 lead. And Bamey and Saxton double team Evans and cause the jump ball, so that'll be a turnover on the Eagles as the Bears will get the ball back. Skinner to trigger on the end line. She's going to lob it out top to Saxton. Saxton to Bamey. Bamey in the corner to Skinner. Skinner going to lob cross court to Saxton. Saxton drives up top to Bamey. Now to Skinner. Skinner cross court. Saxton drives, kicks to Wells. Wells' shot is blocked by Campbell, and the rebound eventually to Campbell. And here come the Eagles. Roche straight away from three, no good. Rebound though is going to be Bear Lakes. Bamey will run it down the corner. Bamey will bring the ball into the front court, and the Bears can't buy a bucket right now and trail it 10-4. 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Bamey to Saxton. Saxton will go to Skinner. Skinner with the ball out on the wing, being defended there by Campbell. Pick and roll to Wells. Wells has to just tip it over to Saxton. Saxton to Bamey. Bamey for three. Yes, there's a Phillips 66 USA three-point shot. Just like that, it's back to a three-point game. Bamey from distance. Merzlock with it in the backcourt. She's going to lob ahead to Evans. Evans up and in. They broke the press, and it led to a layup. 12-7, lead back to 5 for the Eagles. It was 6 a minute ago. Saxton on the wing. Back up top, Bamey. Bamey will go to Wells. Wells looking for a cutter. She'll go cross court instead to Saxton. Saxton to Wells. Wells pass baseline to Allman. Too strong and out of bounds.
Shaw and Crockett coming in for Wells and Saxton. And some changes over on the Eagles side. Coming out of the game, Campbell and Foster. And in is Bastion and Crouch.
And there's some kind of timeout on the court. Oh, there was something on the court. And the referee went and cleaned it up, whatever it was. And the Eagles will inbound on the baseline. Lob pass.
Oh.
And Crockett fell down. Merzlock couldn't get it to the ball. So the Bears get the turnover. Skinner for three. Yes! They called it two. They only give her two. It's 12-9. Cortland Skinner with her toenails on the line nearly gets a Phillips 66 USA three-point shot. Crockett gets the steal into Bamey. She saved it inbounds to Bamey. Bamey to Skinner.
Pass.
And Allman. She was too far under, but then Skinner steals away the rebound. Up, no good, but she's fouled. Skinner will go to the Phillips 60, the Jacobson Mountaineer foul line. She'll shoot two.
That goes on Bastion, her first.
That shot by Allman was typical of the way the Bears' night has gone so far. She had the easy layup, but she was half a step too far under the hoop. Couldn't get it off the backboard and in. But it does send Court Skinner to the Jacobson Mountain foul line. Jacobson Mountain Air, for your heating and air conditioning needs, call them at 208-847-2665. Skinner misses the first. She'll have one more. And she makes the second, so Skinner with 3 points in a row for the Bears, and is back to a 2-point game. And Skinner, Shaw slips down, but Allman gets the steal at the other end, and then Bamey's going to be fouled. So something must be on the floor because Shaw went down hard trying to make the steal. Allman with the hustle play at the other end, tipped it away, and Bamey comes up with it.
Evans' first foul. She's going to leave the floor, and Campbell in for her.
Campbell already has 2 Phillips 66 U-Save 3-point makes on the night and helped get Marsh Valley to that 6-point lead at 10-4. It's now 12-10, but Bastion knocks it away and gets the steal. She'll go the other way with it, missed the layup. Nice play there by Skinner to knock it away. Bamey with the rebound. Bamey into the front court with it. She'll hand it to Shaw. Bears have 12 seconds to take the last shot of the quarter. They'd love to go into the second quarter tied. Skinner, Shaw for 3.
Yep.
Just
so
short.
good.
And the rebound is after the buzzer. So the Marsh Valley Eagles will lead it after one quarter by a score of 12-10 on the Bear Lake Memorial Healthcare scoreboard. We'll be back right after this on the SVI Sports Network.
When it's time for a brake job, go with Napa Silent Guard. Built with fiber-reinforced shims and rubber-coated hardware that reduce noise and provide an exact fit for the life of the pad. Available now at Napa. Give your engine the attention it deserves with Napa Full Synthetic Engine Oil. Its advanced formulation delivers faster flow and temperature protection in the harshest driving conditions, elevating engine performance by helping it run cleaner, longer. Available now at Napa.
On the SVI Sports Network, this is Bears basketball with Jared and Lisa.
Marsh Valley Eagles came out on fire in the first period. The other night, they scored 22 points total in 4 periods, 15 points in the first half against Bear Lake in the semifinals. Tonight, they scored 12 in the first 8 minutes, and they lead by a score of 12-10, and they will start the second period with the basketball here in the district championship. Bastion out there with Belknap, Campbell, Crouch, and
Lunt and Merzlock. Yeah.
Campbell with it. She'll go baseline to Lunt. Back out to Campbell. Shady Shaw takes it away. Steal for Shaw. She goes quickly up ahead to Neal. Neal has the ball knocked away from her, and it's going to be stolen right back. Lunt comes up with it. So both teams get a steal in the very early going. Bastion's going to lob it inside to Merzlock. Double team comes over. Merzlock has to knock it just over to Campbell, and then Campbell's fouled.
Neal picks up her first.
Neal came over to try to cut her off on the sideline, and their feet got tingled. Campbell hits the floor. A foul. Number 1 on Neal. 7:38 left in the half. 12-10 Marsh Valley lead. They led it by a score of 10-4. So it is a 6-2 scoring run for the Bear Lake Bears right now. Campbell's going to drive and throw it up. It's partially blocked out of bounds. Last touch by the Eagles. It will be Bear Lake basketball. Baseline. Shaw will bring the ball up to the front court and set the offense for the Bear Lake Bears. She goes to Walker. Walker up top to Neal. Neal to Wells. Wells in 3-point range thinks about it, but then she goes to Shaw on the wing. Shaw's going to drive, get all the way down the baseline, can't get it to go. Walker will save the rebound into Wells. Wells in the corner to Shaw. Shaw for 3.
Yep,
there's a Phillips 66 USA 3-point shot, and that is the first time tonight the Bears have had the lead since 2-0, and the Bears currently on a 9-2 scoring run to take the lead at 13-12. And there's a delay game called on the Bears as they hit it as it came out of the net. And so they call it delay game. It's nothing the first time. If it happens again, it does go as a technical. Lunt loses the ball out of bounds, but it goes off the foot of Walker, so it will still be Marsh Valley basketball.
Roche coming into the game for Marsh Valley, replacing Lunt, and Foster back in the game for Bastion.
Bastion's a hustler, and I think she's just a freshman. If I'm not mistaken, she is. Ball comes into Campbell. She tries another 3. She's going to miss this one, and Neal will steal the rebound away for the Bears. She goes ahead to Walker. Walker inside to Crockett. Crockett with turnaround move. Oh, she was too far under, and the rebound to Campbell. I don't think Crockett realized how far under the hoop she was, and she missed. Campbell spins down the lane. She's cut off. She'll kick it back out to Roche. Roche cross court to Belknap. Belknap drives, scores. She's fouled. She'll go to the line. She'll shoot. Chance for the 3-point play.
That foul goes on Crockett, her first.
So that's a case of we know Belknap can shoot because the Bears closed out as if she was going to catch and shoot the 3-pointer. She caught the ball on the run, got herself to the hoop, and now she's at the Jacobson Mountain Air foul line where she misses. Ball's knocked out of bounds by Roche. It'll be Bear Lake basketball. But Marsh Valley back to the 1-point lead, 14-13. 6:27 left in the first half. Shaw will bring the ball across half court for the Bears and set the offense. She'll drive, hand it back to Neal. Neal will go to Wells. Wells out in three-point range now to Neal in the foul line. Shaw drives, floater, just short. Wells with the rebound, put back is good, and she's fouled.
That goes on Campbell, her first.
So that sends Holly Wells to the Jacobson Mountain Air foul line for the chance for the old-fashioned three-point play. For your heating and air conditioning needs in the Bear Lake Valley, get hold of Jacobson Mountain Air. And Wells makes it. Bears up by 2 at 16-14. Roche to the foul line. She kicks back out to Campbell, over to Belknap. Belknap to Foster. Foster for three from the corner. No good. And it's off of Merzlock, out of bounds. Bear Lake basketball. So the Bears have the 2-point lead, which matches their biggest lead of the night. They had the lead at 2-0. Marsh Valley's biggest lead is 6 at 10-4. And Shaw will bring the ball into the front court. I think it went out in the hall after that rebound. Shaw will go to Walker. Walker has the ball knocked away and taken away by Campbell. Nice move there by Campbell. And then she's fouled at the other end. She'll shoot 2 from the Jacobson Mountain Air foul line.
That foul goes on Crockett. That'll be her second.
And that was a great job by Campbell just to step in front of that pass and knock it down. Campbell to the Jacobson Mountain Air foul line with a chance to tie the game up if she makes them both. Jacobson Mountain Air does both heating and air conditioning in the Bear Lake Valley at 208-847-2665. 5:47 left in the first half. And Campbell misses the second one. Crockett gets the rebound. And Walker will bring the ball up and then get it to Shaw. The Bears set the offense. Bears lead it by 1. Lob inside to Neal. Neal to Walker. Walker for 3. Yes! Phil 66 IHSAA three-point make for Walker. The Bears have their biggest lead of the night of 4. Foster is going to lob it inside to Merzlock. Merzlock is fouled. She's on the ground. They're not going to give her foul shots.
I bet that's going to go on Walker. Yep, her first. Got her from behind.
And Crockett had blocked the shot, but foul before the shot on Walker. Ball comes into Foster, and she's going to lose it. Shaw will steal it away. Shaw all the way down left-hand layup, no good. But Wells will clean it up. Wells for 2. Bears up by 6. It's the biggest lead of the night now for Bear Lake. They're currently on a 17-5 run, and Marsh Valley wants to talk about it. Timeout. We'll be back in 30 on the SVI Sports Network.
Bear Lake Dental in Montpelier is where kindness and dentistry meet. Our friendly, talented team have years of experience in providing compassionate service and high-quality dental care. Dr. Micah Himmerick, Dr. Monty Weston, and a full staff of dental experts are here to help you create a new smile. Visit Bear Lake Dental at 215 South 4th Street in Montpelier, online at bearlakedental.com, or give us a call at 208-847-0153. Bear Lake Dental, creating happy, beautiful smiles.
Your leader for live coverage of Bear Lake High School sports. This is the SVI Sports Network.
Marsh Valley Eagles took the 10-4 lead, and then courtesy of the Phillips 66 IHSAA three-point shot, the Bears have fought themselves back into this game, outscoring the Eagles 17-5 since then. Emery Walker with the steal. She gets it ahead to Shaw. Shaw trailer to Neal. Neal fumbles it away, and Belknap steals it right back. So since getting off to the quick hot start, the Eagles offense is slowed down. Belknap back up top. Foster going inside to Merzlock. She can't control it. And Crockett with the steal. Crockett to Walker. Walker in the corner to Neal. Neal to Wells. Wells to Shaw. On the opposite wing. Lob inside to Crockett. Crockett shovels it back to Wells. Wells down the lane. Up and no good. Nice defense there by Evans. A little bit too much on it by Wells. Quickly head to Foster. She's going to lob it over to Roche. Roche will dribble down the lane and have her shot blocked by Wells, and Neal gets the rebound. Quickly ahead to Shaw. Shaw has the ball knocked out of her hands by Belknap, but she'll run it down. It'll be Bears basketball. Bears with the 6-point lead with 4:15 left in the half. Crockett to Walker. Walker across the top. Ball's tipped. It's going to go out of bounds. It'll be Bear Lake basketball. Tipped there by Belknap.
Campbell coming back in for Marsh Valley, replacing Belknap. And everybody but Crockett coming out for the Bears. Skinner, Alleman, Bamey, Saxton in the game.
Bamey up top to Saxton. Saxton dribbles to the center court circle and then to Skinner, and on the baseline to Alleman. Alleman dribbles back out to the wing, inside to Skinner. Skinner turn around, no good. And the rebound is going to be to Skinner. She goes to Saxton. Saxton up top to Bamey. Nice hustle play there by Skinner to stay in bounds and rebound that on the baseline.
Beautiful
Alleman for the Phillips 66 USAVE three-point shot. Bears up by 9, 24-15. Phillips 66 USAVE live to the full, where your convenience is our pleasure. Another forced turnover. Campbell led Roche just a little bit too much. And it's Bears basketball. Bears with a 9-point lead on a 20-5 run since the Eagles took the 10-4 lead.
Bastion back in the game, replacing Foster.
Those early three-point shots that weren't falling for the Bears are falling now. Lob inside to Crockett, knocked away. It'll stay Bear Lake basketball. Bears will have it on the baseline. They lead it by 9, 24-15, 3:21 left in the first quarter. Skinner to be the trigger. Should go into corner and is taken away by Evans. Quickly up ahead to Bastion. Bastion has it taken away by Bamey, but Bamey knocks it out of bounds. So it'll be Marsh Valley basketball, but that's a great hustle play there by Bamey to save the easy layup.
Belknap coming back in the game for Roche.
And Belknap will be the trigger man underneath the hoop. 24-15 Bear Lake lead. Ball comes into Campbell. Campbell up top to Bastion. Bastion to Crockett. Another steal for Crockett. Then Bastion knocks away from her out of bounds. It'll stay Bears basketball.
Oh, there was some verbal exchange out there. Nothing else, though.
Skinner
we'll just call it that.
Will be the trigger man for the Bears on the baseline. And she'll get it in to Bamey. Bamey over to Saxton. Saxton will dribble across, go to Skinner on the wing. In the corner to Alleman. Alleman up top to Bamey. Bamey cross court now. Saxton and Skinner. Skinner is going to lob it to Alleman. Alleman will get it to Saxton. 10-second shot clock. Bears reset the offense. Now to Skinner in the corner to Alleman. Alleman pick and roll lob to Skinner. No good, but Crockett rebound put back. 11-point lead for the Bears now. They are on a 10-0 run of their own. Campbell down the lane, kicks it to Bamey, who steps in and gets the steal. Bamey anticipated that pass well and just took it away. Saxton is going to drive baseline. She's going to lob it up top. It was intended for Bamey, but a little bit too far up for her. She couldn't get it, and it'll be a turnover by the Bears. 26-15, full timeout taken by the Eagles. We'll be back in 60 seconds on the SVI Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Dr. Reynolds. I work here at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. I'm a family physician trained in rural family medicine, and then I also do sports medicine. I grew up in Provo, Utah, played football at BYU, medical school at the University of Utah, then did my residency at the Family Medicine Residency of Idaho, and then after residency came here. I love the beauty, the place geographically here. I love the people, and I love that there's a certain type of get-it-done person that lives here and thrives here. Really any sports me and my family love. Jet skiing, being on the lake, ATVs, power sports, that kind of stuff. I think what I want you to know more than anything else is that I'm here for you, that I take that duty to you very seriously, and I want to provide you with the information or the guidelines that you need to make a good decision, and that I have your best interest at heart.
Your leader for live coverage of Bear Lake High School sports. This is the SVI Sports Network.
After the timeout, Bastion will trigger. Bears lead it by 11 on the Bear Lake Memorial Healthcare scoreboard by a score 26-15. Bear Lake Memorial score, and there's a foul on the Bears.
That's going to go on Alleman, her second.
Bears fans wanted that to be a charge. But the Bear Lake Memorial Healthcare scoreboard has the Bears up by 11, 26-15. Marsh Valley led it 10-4 in the early going. It's been all Bear Lake since then. Campbell's shot from the Jacobson Mountain Air foul line is short. She'll have one more. Jacobson Mountain Air, if you're heating and air conditioning needs in the Bear Lake Valley, contact Jacobson Mountain Air. She misses them both, and the rebound goes to Alleman. Alleman will kick it to Saxton, and the Bears with the ball and the 11-point lead. Ball goes to Bamey on the wing. She'll come back out top to Saxton. Saxton has it knocked away by Belknap. The Eagles have extended their defense tonight and are getting their hands on a lot more of those passes.
Shaw and Wells in for Saxton and Crockett.
Crockett has several steals, and a putback here in the second quarter has had a pretty good second quarter. Skinner, who's had a good second quarter herself, drives, and jump ball forced by Campbell. It will still be Bear Lake basketball baseline. 26-15, Bears lead, 1:49 left in the first half. Lob inside to Wells. Wells tries to go to Skinner. It's knocked away from her, but she got it right back, and she made the layup. So Wells gives the Bears the 13-point lead at 28-15. But Bastion will be headed to the Jacobson Mountain Air foul line.
Bamey picking up her first foul.
It's been quite a while. 12 points unanswered for the Bears. It's been quite a while since the Eagles have scored. Bastion changes that as she gets the first one from the Jacobson Mountain Air foul line to go. Jacobson Mountain Air for your heating and air conditioning needs. Second foul shot from Bastion on the way and no good. Rebound to Skinner. And then taken away by Campbell. Skinner tried to get it to Shaw. Skinner then blocks the shot and Shaw gets the rebound. And then I believe there's a foul. There is on the Eagles.
That's going to go on Campbell, and that will be her second.
So nice recovery today. Skinner threw it away, but she recovered in time to block the shot. Shaw stepped in and got the rebound, and in an attempt to get the steal back, Campbell forced Shaw out of bounds. Bears basketball. Skinner up top to Shaw. Shaw. Bounce pass off of Belknap's leg into the Marsh Valley bench.
Foster coming in for Campbell.
28-16. Bears lead, 1:19 left in the first half. Skinner is going to drive. Nice move. Floater's no good, but Wells with the rebound. Her shot is no good. She gets her own rebound, and it's no good again. Gets her own rebound. This time it's good, and she's fouled. So Wells gets her own rebound twice, and the second time she goes back up. She's fouled. She'll go to the line. She'll shoot.
That one goes on Merzlock, her first.
Wells up and no good. Kind of forced that one, and the rebound goes to Belknap. Belknap will bring the ball in the front court. No shot clock. The Eagles can work for the last shot if they want it. They go to Evans in the corner. Evans will come up top to Bastion. 16 seconds on the game clock. Bastion to Foster. Foster to Merzlock. Merzlock tied up, but she gets the pass over to Foster. Foster up top now to Belknap. 6 seconds for a shot. Belknap to Foster. Foster out to Bastion. Bastion won't get it away.
Clock.
Bastion lost track of the clock. Passed it away with less than a second left. Belknap shot wouldn't have counted if it would have gone. The Bears will lead it at halftime by a dozen. Counted if it would have gone. The Bears will lead it at halftime by a dozen. 31-19 on the Bear Lake Memorial Healthcare scoreboard. Bear Lake Memorial Healthcare. You can count on them to care. Visit them at blmhospital.com. And let's take about a 30-second break. We'll come back with the stats right after this on the SVI Sports Network.
With the helpful hardware, folks.
This is your home for Bear Lake Bears basketball, live on SVI Media and The Wave, all a part of the SVI Sports Network.
It's halftime. The Bear Lake Bears lead, according to the Bear Lake Memorial Healthcare scoreboard, by a score of 31-19. And real quick before the cheerleaders get out there, Lisa, give us the who scored for the Eagles.
7 points for Campbell, 7 for Belknap, 2 for Merslock, 2 for Evans, 1 for Bastion. They're shooting 38% overall. They're 4 out of 10, 40% from the 2-point range, 3 out of 8, 37% from the 3-point, and 2 out of 7, 28% from the foul line. 13 rebounds for the Eagles, 7 steals. They also have 2 turnovers. Campbell with 2 fouls. Other than that, Bastion, Evans, Merslock each with 1. For the Bears, Wells leading with 10 points, followed by Walker's 5. 3 for Skinner, 3 for Shaw, 3 for Alleman, 3 for Bamey, 4 for Crockett. Shooting 35% overall, 8 out of 23, 34% from the 2-point range, 4 out of 11, 36% from the 3-point, and 3 out of 4 from the foul line. That's 75%. The Bears have 33 rebounds, 12 offensive, 21 defensive rebounds, 11 steals. They do have 6 turnovers. Those mostly came in the first quarter, cleaned things up quite a bit in the second. Alleman with 2 fouls, Crockett with 2, Skinner, Neal, Walker, Bamey each with 1. The Bears were outscored by the Eagles 12-10 in the first quarter. The Bears outscored the Eagles 21-7 in the second. Score at halftime, Bears lead 31-19.
So Marsh Valley had the lead at the end of the first quarter, and then second quarter, Marsh Valley got 4 of their 7 second quarter points within the last 1 minute of play with that foul shot by Campbell and then a 3-point make by Belknap. So from 12-10 lead to a 31-16 deficit for Marsh Valley. The second quarter didn't go so well. Bears defense really tightened up, and you mentioned the offense really tightened things up. A lot less turnovers, and shooting not great, but Wells especially, and Crockett once or twice with the follow-up, the putback, has been the difference maker. Nate, anything that jumps off the page to you?
I mean, defensively, Bear Lake struggled in the first little bit of this game, and then they really stepped it up in the second quarter, I would say. Marsh Valley came out and kind of scared them, I think. But Bear Lake kind of stepped up their own. I mean, this is very comparable to the last halftime in the last game. 4 points more for the Marsh Valley Eagles, but Bear Lake definitely stepped it up defensively. Offensively, I think the output's great. 31 points and a half. You really can't beat that. Both sides of the ball have been good so far. I think Marsh Valley is the team we expected them to be coming into this game. Seen them enough times. We know how they are. They can get hot at certain moments in the game, but for the most part, they play the same brand of basketball day in and day out. So, minus a couple of nice shots, I think Bear Lake, with all the momentum going into the second half, they just need to keep it going.
All right, Lisa, your take from the first half.
Just the same as what we've been saying. I already mentioned, I feel like the offense kicked in the second half the second quarter for the Bears. And like Nate said, the defense looked a lot better. Marsh Valley's continuing to play tight, and they're continuing to hustle. So I think we're just going to see more of the same in the second half.
All right, the first shooter for the trip to Hawaii, he's getting tied up at the foul line. Off the back of the rim on the first several. He finally gets one to go.
He's got to hustle.
He's only got time for the 3-point shot. It missed anyway. So he's not winning the trip to Hawaii, but it's kind of fun. If he grows up to be like his big brother, though, he'll be a golfer, so that's okay.
Who is that? I'm not even sure.
That was a Tarbett.
Tarbett, okay. This is Tilden Peterson.
And he's a decent shooter.
Yeah.
We've seen him in some JV games, freshman games.
There
and
he goes. Look at that.
2 for 2. You get the 3-point shot to go, and you got a couple chances from the half court. And
he's
got it. He's got plenty of time.
Go, Tilden.
Oh, too hard.
Hey, you got one more.
He gets it away.
Oh, my God, he made it! He made it! He's going to Hawaii! At the buzzer!
Wow! Wow. We got 2 chances for Mount. And we had it. I hope that was on camera.
He got it off. I watched it. He got it off before the buzzer. If anybody disagrees,
we have it on camera.
We have the footage.
And we can. I hope you can clearly see his feet. What a shot. All right, that was exciting. That might have been, the first half was pretty good basketball, but that might have been more exciting. That might have been more exciting than the...
Good for him.
And they're looking for video. We've got it.
We got it.
We'll have to, I'm sure they'll go back and review it, but...
Count it. I don't care what anybody says. It was good. I count it.
I know there was a college one that the insurance company, the insurance company has to pay for these things, and the insurance company denied it. And the girls are coming out of the locker room now thinking, what the heck? What was all the cheering about? They don't know that Tilden Peterson just won himself 2 tickets to Hawaii.
He went over to talk to his mom and got a standing ovation from the section she's sitting in over there.
The Ohanas, this was their goal. They wanted to. They told us when they sponsored this, they wanted somebody getting on that airplane. Think Tilden will take his mom.
You know, that's the question. It comes down to which parent do you love the most.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, that's a tough one. If I was in that situation, I'd probably take my mom because I think my mom would kill me if I didn't take her. So I'm less scared of my dad than I am of my mom. So if I had to tell him he wasn't going, he'd probably be like, oh, it's not that big of a deal. So anyway.
The student section, Tilden. He's going to be the most popular kid in school for the next few days.
He's got for at least like a week.
Forget the fact that the girls are 16 minutes of basketball away from a district championship and a trip to state. It's all about Tilden Peterson earning him and his favorite parent 2 round trip tickets to Hawaii from the Ohana's halftime shootout. Anyway, second half, the Bears just need to come out and finish taking care of business. Marsh Valley is going to come out, find a way to fight themselves back in this game. They're down by a dozen as the Bears got red hot and scored 21 points in the second quarter to Marsh Valley's 7.
If anybody has a score update on Sugar South, we'd love to hear it.
The Sugar Salem and South Fremont game going on right now. That one's also important. If Sugar wins that, they'll go in as the number one seed at state, and Bear Lake will be the number 2 seed. And then the loser of the championship game here and the loser of the championship there play each other on Saturday. So that game very relevant to our game. Let's take a 90-second break. We'll come back with the second half right after this on the SVI Sports Network.
We take all the decisions and explain them and make it easier for everybody to understand.
We bring a uniqueness to it, and we try to make sure everything is positive and happy and people have a good experience.
People come in and sign the papers and they leave and they're happy, they get their cows. I like that.
When we hand you that deed to your home, there's not going to be anything that's going to come up later that's going to hurt.
Here at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital, we have the honor of having a great radiology team. They've been recognized at the state level of being the best in their field. In our radiology department, we are able to provide MRIs, CT scans, X-rays, mammograms, ultrasound, echocardiograms, nuclear medicine, and DEXA scans. Our PT department is comprised of physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy. We also have pelvic floor that we do. Physical therapy helps in multiple settings. They assist in the skilled nursing facility, the manor, the home health, along with helping out with both preoperative and postoperative. Make sure that you have the best outcome with your surgery and your way of life going forward.
The SVI Sports Network returns now with more live coverage of Bear Lake High School sports.
Second half just about ready to get underway. Bears lead it according to the Bear Lake Memorial Healthcare scoreboard by a score of 31-19. Marsh Valley jumped out to a 10-4 lead. The Bears finished the half on a 27-10 8-9 run.
Can we just give a quick shout out to the Bear Lake High School and, the Bear Lake High School cheerleaders. They qualified to go to state over the weekend. So
they did. Yeah, that was
congratulations
awesome
to them.
They finished second in 2 of the 3 cheers and third in the other, so they qualified in all 3 and will go to state. That competition is on the first. And the quick basket by Roche to start the second half as both teams have their starters back on the court. And just like that, it's a 10-point game at 31-21 as Roche starts the second half. Cross-court pass to Neal, inside to Crockett. Crockett spins, throws it up, no good. Rebound on the baseline to Walker, out to Shaw. Shaw misses the 3. Neal can't quite save the rebound. So Bears start the second half a little cold. A couple of air balls to start. Both shots missed everything.
South Fremont up by 1 at half.
There you go.
20-21.
Shaw kicks the ball. They don't call the kick, and Campbell will run it down. Cross court to Belknap. 23-second shot clock. Belknap robs it to Campbell. Campbell inside to Merzlock. Stolen by Crockett, and then Crockett throws it away. She led Neal just a little too much. Bears have done that a lot tonight. They've got the steal and then immediately turned it back over. They lead by 10 at 31-21, 7:01 left in the third period. Bears just now 15 minutes from the second straight district championship. Crockett with the block of Merzlock's shot, and then Shaw tries to get it to Crockett at the other end after Wells got the rebound. It's knocked away by Merzlock. Good defense, but it'll be Bears basketball baseline. 6:48 left in the third period. Inside to Wells. Wells up and in. She's in double figures on the night. She's had a great night. Allie Wells with 12 points already. Campbell, cross court to Belknap. Belknap, deep 3, yes. Not quite as deep as the one that won a trip to Hawaii, but that was from way downtown. The Field 66 USAVE 3-point make. Field 66 live to the full, where your convenience is our pleasure, and it's Crockett's pleasure to get the easy layup at the other end and put the Bears back up by 11 at 35-24. Foster to Campbell. Campbell to Belknap. Belknap back up top. Campbell will try the 3. No good. Rebound to Hallie Wells. She'll get it to Shaw. Shaw will bring it to the front court and set the offense. She'll go to Neal. Neal fakes the 3. Drives, shoots, scores. Neal off the backboard. Nice running jumper there for 2. The Bears back up by 13, 37-24. They have the 12-point halftime lead. They lead it by 13 right here. Belknap will get it out to Foster. Foster lobs it inside to Merzlock. And it's taken away by Walker with the steal. Merzlock dropped it, and before she could pick it back up, Walker took it away. Walker inside to Wells. Nice pass from Wells to Crockett. Crockett now has 8 on the night after scoring 4 straight. Timeout. Marsh Valley will take it right here on the SVI Sports Network.
Ready, set, 12 days, 10 venues, 1 van. Client presentation starting in 4 minutes. Living your best midlife crisis. Rerouting. There's go in everything you do. That's why Phillips 66 is there to fuel all the ways you go, go, go.
Visit USAVE Phillips 66 in Montpelier for fuel, snacks, and more. Live to the full with USAVE Phillips 66, where your convenience is our pleasure. Live coverage of Bear Lake High School sports on the SVI Sports Network is presented by Southeast Idaho Steel, a locally owned business making locally produced steel signs and fixtures. Flying S title and escrow, whatever it takes. Stephen Hammond Dental, local family dentistry. Gary Tusher CPA, bookkeeping, tax returns, and payroll, here to help. And by Lenhart Beverages, proud to support the Bear Lake Bears.
Out of the timeout, and the Bears have the ball. The Bears have the 15-point lead inside to Crockett. She's being defended by Merzlock. Up, no good. Rebound to Crockett. She'll kick it out to Walker and up to Shaw to reset the offense. Crockett with 4 quick points in the second half. Neal with 2 points. Her shot is blocked by Merzlock. Goes out of bounds. And Wells with a pair in the second half. The Marsh Valley Eagles came out and scored 5 quick ones, but it's been matched by the Bears, who have scored 8. And then Walker saves it in bounds, but it goes right to Belknap. Belknap gets it in the front court to Roche. Roche cross court to Campbell. Campbell up top to Belknap. Belknap over to Foster. Foster looking inside, nothing there. Should come up top between the circles to Campbell. Campbell down the lane to Merzlock. Nice find there by Campbell. Found Merzlock cutting the lane for the easy layup. 41-24 in favor of Bear Lake. Actually, no, they gave the points to the wrong team, and I looked up the scoreboard.
It's 39-26.
Do the same thing. And then Walker's pass is too high, out of bounds. And hit somebody in the crowd over there. I hope everybody's okay. Campbell into Foster, and here come the Eagles. Belknap with it. And now to Foster. Foster to Merzlock. She'll go to Campbell down the lane. Campbell kicks in the corner. Belknap. Belknap for 3. No good. Rebound's going to go to Walker, who's fouled. And here come the Bears with the ball. Shaw to Walker on the wing. Up top to Neal. Neal to Walker. Walker bounce pass to Wells. Over to Shaw. Shaw dribbles out of the double team. She'll come over to Neal. Neal in the corner. Wells. Wells will try her hand from 3. Why not? Hallie Wells. Phillips 66 USAVE 3-point make. Bears up by 16, 42-26. Phillips 66 USAVE live to the full where your convenience is our pleasure. Belknap tries to answer. No good. Crockett with the rebound. She'll go all the way herself, lay it up and in. Peyton Crockett now in double figures with 10. Here comes the Eagles. Foster will walk the ball in the front court, gets it to Campbell. Campbell back to Foster, and Shaw almost took it away. Foster will get it to Merzlock. Merzlock stumbles, she'll shoot 2.
That's going to go on Wells, and that, they called it on Crockett. That's her 3rd.
And it will send Merzlock to the Jacobson Mountain Air. Foul on Jacobson Mountain Air for your heating and air conditioning needs in the Bear Lake Valley. Contact Jacobson Mountain Air. And Merzlock contacts the bottom of the net for that first make.
Bastion Evans coming in for Foster and Belknap. And then hockey line change for the Bears. Everybody but Wells coming out.
So Merzlock will have one more. It's a 17-point Bear Lake lead. She misses the second. And Skinner will snatch the rebound away from Bamey, her teammate. Now she passes it to Bamey. Bamey to Saxton. Saxton, just missed on the field. 66 USAVE 3-point shot. And Merzlock with the rebound, and she'll go to Roche. And here come the Eagles. And then a foul on the Bears.
That's going to go on Saxton, her first.
Bears lead it by 17, 44-27. They led it by 12 at half. They lead it by 17 here. South Fremont is up by 6 in the second half. And Bastion misses Wells with the rebound. She goes ahead to Bamey. Bamey's going to lob it to Alleman. Alleman to Saxton. Saxton bounce pass to Bamey. The Bears set the offense. Bamey over to Skinner. Skinner down low to Alleman. Alleman back up top. Skinner. Skinner launches a 3. No good. Rebound is going to go to Bastion. Finally runs it down after Alleman saved it in bounds. Bastion to Campbell now, and the Eagles set the offense to Roche. Roche had Bastion open inside but couldn't find her. And now Evans will hand to Merzlock. Merzlock down the lane. And
Alleman going to pick up her 3rd.
I was looking at one official, and I wasn't sure if he was going to call blocking or charging, and the other official said no, definitely a block. So Merzlock to the Jacobson Mountain Air foul line. She'll shoot and make the first. She'll have one more. She cuts the lead to 16, 44-28. So a 9-point third quarter already for the Eagles, but it's been a 13-point third quarter for the Bears. So they have the lead, 44-28, 44-29 now, as Merzlock gets the pair.
Belknap in the game for Roche.
Bamey will bring the ball up court for the Bears. Now to Skinner. Skinner lobs it over to Saxton. And they call the illegal screen. Late whistle.
That goes on Alleman. That's her fourth.
I saw it happen, but it was really late whistle, so I wasn't sure if they were going to catch it.
Crockett coming in for Alleman.
And Campbell into Belknap. Belknap to Bastian. Here come the Eagles. Bastian being double teamed over there. She'll hand it to Evans near half court. Evans will get it to Belknap. Belknap will lob it up top. Evans back to Belknap.
Belknap unguarded.
Belknap for the Phillips 66 U-Save 3-point shot. As with the double screen there, the Eagles found an opening for Belknap. Saxton looking inside. She'll go back up top instead to Bamey. Now to Skinner. Skinner to Bamey. 19-second shot clock. Saxton drives, kicks. Skinner, 3. Long. Rebound is going to be taken by Merzlock. It's a 12-point game right where we were to start the third quarter. The Bears had a bigger lead, and the Eagles have cut into it. And Campbell fights the rebound away after the Belknap miss, and then Skinner is going to be fouled. She rebounds the miss, and she's fouled.
That one goes on Evans, her second. And Merzlock being replaced by Lunt. And Avery Hunter coming into the game for the Bears, replacing Wells.
And that's necessitated by Alleman having 4 fouls. And so Coach Wells wants to give Hallie Wells a break before the fourth quarter and has to go to his bench. Hunter will go to Saxton. Cousins, by the way, Hunter and Saxton. Now Saxton with it. She'll shoot. Nice make by Saxton. Bears back up by 14, 46-32. Campbell quickly up into the front court, goes to Belknap. Belknap is fouled.
That goes on Saxton, her second. Crockett was watching him close, like, don't call it on me, because that would have been her fourth.
And this will send Belknap to the Jacobson Mountain Air foul line. Jacobson Mountain Air, for your heating and air conditioning needs in the Bear Lake Valley, contact Jacobson Mountain Air. Belknap makes the first. If she makes the second here, she can bring this right back to the 12-point game, which means the third quarter was all for naught, as they'll be right where they were at the end of the half. Belknap's second one is good. Saxton will get it into Bamey. Bears have plenty of time here to get a shot off. Bamey will go to Skinner on the wing. Skinner into Hunter. Hunter up top to Bamey. Bamey lobs in the corner. Skinner to Crockett. Crockett to Hunter. Hunter up and almost there. Just left a little bit short. Campbell with the rebound. And the full court attempt there by Belknap. And that was closer than I thought it was going to be. Bears lead it by 12 going to the fourth quarter after this on the SVI Sports Network.
Bear Lake Drug in Montpelier is your full-service pharmacy, including prescription refills and medications. Bear Lake Drug also offers services such as rapid strep test, rapid influenza test, and medication synchronization. Ask your pharmacist for more details at Bear Lake Drug on Washington Street in Montpelier. Visit BearLakeDrugID.com. That's BearLakeDrugID.com. It's your local drugstore and a whole lot more. Bear Lake Drug.
When it's time for a brake job, go with Napa Silent Guard. Built with fiber-reinforced shims and rubber-coated hardware that reduce noise and provide an exact fit for the life of the pad. Available now at Napa. Give your engine the attention it deserves with Napa Full Synthetic Engine Oil. Its advanced formulation delivers faster flow and temperature protection in the harshest driving conditions, elevating engine performance by helping it run cleaner, longer. Available now at Napa.
On the SVI Sports Network, this is Bears basketball with Jared and Lisa.
Bear Lake Bears 8 minutes away from a district championship with a 12-point lead on the Bear Lake Memorial Healthcare scoreboard. In the corner, Neal to Crockett. Crockett, nice pass to Walker.
Great
Layup
find.
Good. Great find by Crockett for the assist. Walker pushed the lead to 14, and then Crockett with another steal. She'll go to Neal. Neal, trailer to Wells. Wells double teamed.
Quadruple teamed in there.
And she'll get it out to Neal. Neal will drive up, no good. Rebound to Neal. She'll go to Shaw. Now to Neal for a long 2. They give her 3. There's a Phillips 66 IHSAA 3-point make. Live to the full, where your convenience is our pleasure. Bears lead it by 17 at 51-34. They score the first 5 points of the fourth quarter inside the Merzlock, and she's tied up. Oh, they're going to call a foul. I thought it was going to be a jump ball.
That goes on Shaw, her first. All right, Alleman coming back in with her 4 fouls, replacing Wells. And Lunt, Evans, Bastian coming off the court, and they've got their starters back in.
I think Wells might have got bumped on that last miss down there. As Roche goes down the lane, chucks it up, misses. Rebound, though, to Merzlock, and she gets it to go. It's a 15-point game at 51-36. Neal goes to Alleman, who replaced Wells. Inside to Neal. She tries to go down low to get it to Crockett, and it's a jump ball. Merzlock knocked it away, and it's a jump ball. It will be Marsh Valley basketball. 15-point Bear Lake lead at 51-36. And Alleman knocks it away, nearly gets the steal. It'll be Marsh Valley ball. And Belknap will trigger in front of her own bench. Now to Foster. In the corner it goes to Belknap. Belknap for 3. No good. Rebound. It's going to be a foul on the Bears. Roche came down with it.
Shaw picking up the foul. That's her second. Hallie Wells back in for Alleman.
That's good news. She kind of, after the one missed shot there, right before the 3-point shot by Neal, she kind of came up limping a little bit. And it's good to see her back out there. Shaw knocks the inbound pass away and into the scoreboard. And Belknap will get it to Foster. Foster in the corner to Belknap. They ran that play just a minute ago. It's not there this time. Foster back to Campbell. Campbell to Belknap. Belknap, long 3 on the way. Yep. She has found her stroke tonight, and it's keeping this game just close enough. 12-point game again, 51-39. Every time the Bears seem to be ready to pull away, the Eagles find a way to fight themselves back in. It was 6 minutes to go. It's a 12-point game. In the corner, Wells. Wells for 3. Yes, there's her second. Phillips 66 IHSAA 3-point make of the night. Phillips 66 IHSAA, live to the full, where your convenience is our pleasure. Belknap makes one at one end. Wells answers the other end. So Belknap comes back and says, I can do that.
That's 21 points for her.
She made a second in 2 trips. Phillips 66 IHSAA 3-point shot. Wells with it. She'll go to Neal. Neal to Walker. Walker in the corner to Shaw. Shaw drives. She kicks to Wells. Nope, doesn't get the 3-point shot this time. Merzlock with the rebound. Merzlock up ahead to Belknap. Belknap is fouled.
Oh, wow. Shaw just picked up her third.
5:17 left, 12-point game. This is the best effort we've seen from Marsh Valley this year. They have played their hearts out tonight. Bears have tried to pull away a few times, but right now, for the Jacobson Mountaineer foul line, Belknap has a chance to cut it to 11 after she missed the first.
Evans in for Roche.
And Belknap misses both, and the rebound to Peyton Crockett. Now Shaw will walk the ball into the front court. Bears can take some time. With the shot clock, you can't take too much time off the clock, but they can be very patient here. Crockett will go up top to Neal. Neal straight away 3, in and out. And the rebound is out of bounds. It will be Marsh Valley basketball. Apparently last touch by Walker.
South Fremont up 35-31 at the end of 3.
Wow, that's
they've led the whole game.
Quite unexpected. Got a couple different people sending us scores. We appreciate you all. And in the corner, Crockett with another steal, and it's knocked away from her, but it'll be Bear Lake basketball. Crockett and Wells kind of leading the way for the Bear Lake Bears tonight. Wells on the scoring end of things, Crockett on the defensive end of things. And the Bears lead it by a dozen. Walker up top to Shaw. Shaw to Neal. Neal is going to lob it over to Shaw. Shaw for three. Oh, no good, but Crockett with the rebound. She'll go back up top to Shaw. Shaw to Neal. Neal directing traffic. She'll bounce past it to Wells. Wells back to Crockett. Crockett loses it down the lane. She'll go to Wells. Wells pump fake down the lane. All the way in.
Move.
Nice move. Layup's good. Wells having herself a night. Now to Foster. Foster to Merzlock. Merzlock down the lane. No good. She's fouled. She'll go to line. She'll shoot two from the Jacobson Mountain Air foul line. Jacobson Mountain Air, if you're heating and air conditioning needs in the Bear Lake Valley, contact Jacobson Mountain Air.
Wells picks up her first foul.
Merzlock has lived at the foul line tonight, and she makes another one.
She is 4 for 5 from the foul line.
She'll have one more. Jacobson Mountain Air for your heating and air conditioning needs in the Bear Lake Valley. She makes them both. It's still just a 12-point game. It's a 12-point game at halftime. The Bears have led by as many as 17. It's a 12-point game now. Neal to Crockett. Crockett to Walker. Walker up top to Neal and throws it away into the backcourt. Turnover, just a little bit too much on that pass. And with 3:52 remaining in the game, the Eagles here could have a chance to cut it to single digits with a 3-point make. Foster will go to Campbell. Campbell up top, Foster, straight away, three, no good. Rebound, Shaw takes away from Merzlock. Shaw the other way, all the way down the lane, and she's fouled. She'll go to the line, she'll shoot two from the Jacobson Mountain Air foul line. Nice move to avoid the charge and pick up the block.
That goes on Campbell, and that is her third.
Jacobson Mountain Air for your heating and air conditioning needs in the Bear Lake Valley. Contact Jacobson Mountain Air. Sadie Shaw. After getting that rebound, Merzlock thought she had it. Shaw jumped up, took it out of the air from behind, and all the way the other way. First foul shot good. She has a chance for one more. And the Bear Lake lead back to 14 as she makes them both, 58-44, as we're to 3.5 minutes to play in this one. Foster drives underneath to Merzlock. Merzlock up and in. The lob over the top of the defense, and Merzlock got the bucket. Neal and Shaw on the perimeter, playing catch with it. Now to Walker in the corner. Walker up top, Shaw. Shaw to Neal. Neal, cross-court Walker, three ball on the way. Yes! There's a Phillips 66 IHSAA three-point make. That one might be a backbreaker. And the Bears are going to take the 15-point lead into the timeout. We'll be back right after this on the SVI Sports Network.
I'm Ben Olson. I'm an orthopedic surgeon and just joined Bear Lake Memorial. I'm originally from here in Bear Lake, graduated in 1997. Went to undergrad in Pocatello at Idaho State. Went to med school in Missouri, residency in Ohio, practiced in Northeastern Oregon for the last 11 years. I'm excited to come back home. You kind of grow up doing a lot of outdoor stuff like hiking and hunting and fishing, and that's kind of what we would do as a family. Now, you know, as your kids get older, your life is focused around them, so then you chase them around with all their sporting activities, and that's been a lot of fun. Probably the thing I love the most is taking somebody that can't find relief and offering them a surgical alternative and seeing the change that can happen. My goal for my patients is to earn your trust and take you through that journey and offer them some relief from what they're suffering from.
On the SVI Sports Network, this is Bears basketball with Jared and Lisa.
Bear Lake Memorial Healthcare scoreboard shows the Bears in lead after that last Phillips 66 IHSAA three-point make by Walker. Phillips 66, live to the full where your convenience is our pleasure. Merzlock, baseline drive, throws it up, no good. Walker with the rebound. Crockett with a great defense there to force her baseline. And Walker is now going to hand it off to Shaw near midcourt. 2:40 left in this game. Walker with it. She'll come up top to Wells. Wells over to Shaw. Shaw drives. Nice move. Can't get it to go. Rebound, though, out of bounds off of Merzlock. Shaw made the great move, but she was just in a bad angle to get it off the backboard. The shot doesn't quite go. But new shot clock, and Emery Walker into Crockett. That doesn't go. Crockett gets her own rebound, loses it on the floor. It's going to be a jump ball. It'll be Bears basketball. Crockett just a little bit too much on it, so it hit the backboard, rimmed out. Bears lead by 15, 2:23 left. That Walker three just a minute ago was probably the backbreaker. Shaw's shot is blocked, rebound to Belknap. Here comes Campbell. Campbell down the lane all the way to the hoop. Misses. She's going to go to the Jacobson Mountain Air foul line. She'll shoot a pair.
Campbell, I just gave her the fourth foul, and it is not her that got the foul. She was fouled. That foul goes on Walker, her second.
Right number. They're both wearing number 11. Campbell's first foul shot for the Jacobson Mountain Air foul line is good. 61-47. The Eagles will have one more. Campbell for the Eagles will have one more. She misses that one. A rebound to Crockett. Shaw with it, and South is now up by 1 with 4 minutes left. Foul on the Eagles at the other end.
On Bastion, her second. To say that she is a pesky defender would be an understatement.
Yes.
She is a hustler.
And
she just picked up another one.
A little too close on the defense on that one.
Yep, her third.
Still one foul to give with 2:04 left. Ball comes into Shaw. And Shaw bounce pass to Crockett. Back to Shaw. Shaw around the screen, down the lane, all the way to hoop. And no good, same as last time. Crockett with the rebound. She's tied up. Jump ball goes to the Eagles. So Shaw has made her way down the lane twice, but both times it's been kind of an awkward angle to try to get the backboard, the shot off the backboard. 1:45 left. It's a 14-point game. Campbell down the lane. It's blocked by Wells, but she's going to send Campbell to the Jacobson Mountain Air foul line.
That's going to be her second. Sorry.
Nope, you're good. Jacobson Mountain Air for your heating and air conditioning needs in the Bear Lake Valley. Contact Jacobson Mountain Air. Let's see if Marsh Valley plays the foul game.
Crouch coming in for Belknap.
As Campbell cuts it to a 13-point game, and this might be some offense-defense here. And Campbell misses that one. Neal with the rebound. And then she's tied up by Campbell. It'll maintain Bear Lake basketball. 1:36 game clock, 32-second shot clock. If Marsh Valley is going to come back and force an additional game, they've got a lot of work to do. They can't afford to let time go off the clock. Shaw with it. Now to Walker. Ball's knocked way out of bounds. 19-second shot clock.
Belknap back in for Evans.
So Bears will have the ball baseline with a 19-second shot clock. Walker will trigger. She comes in to Neal. Neal will hand it to Wells. Wells is mugged.
That one on Merzlock. Second.
I think that's what they wanted. But they wanted it about 20 seconds earlier. Mm-hmm. Instead of playing defense for 20 seconds, then foul, and you get that foul early in the shot clock.
So that's 4 fouls on them.
Ball comes into Shaw. Now they've got a foul. And they do.
Crouch with her first. And that time their fifth, so Shaw will go to the line.
Shaw to the Jacobson Mountain Air foul line. Jacobson Mountain Air for your heating and air conditioning needs in the Bear Lake Valley. Contact Jacobson Mountain Air. And if you're Bear Lake, nobody you want at the foul line in this situation more than Sadie Shaw, the senior leader, with a state championship ring on a couple of her fingers, one from basketball last year, one from volleyball, and she makes the first.
Roshan for Crouch.
Lead is back to 14 with 1:13 left in this game. Credit to Marsh Valley.
Yeah.
They have not gone away tonight, and Shaw makes them both. It's back to a 15-point game at 63-48. Roche to Campbell. Campbell to Bastion. Bastion to Merzlock. Merzlock to Campbell. Campbell drives, kicks it to Merzlock. Merzlock out to Bastion. Bastion drives, kicks it into Merzlock. Merzlock is blocked. Rebound to Hallie Wells. We're under a minute in a 15-point game. And Shaw gets it to Wells and to Walker, and then Walker's fouled.
That goes on Bastion, her 4th. Oh, Sugar now up by 3 with 1:40.
Back and forth game. Sugar looking to close out that and qualify for state and send South Fremont to the playing game. And from the Jacobson Mountain Air foul line, Emery Walker looking to close out the Marsh Valley Eagles. Bears now up by 16 with 43 seconds left. So the Bears will qualify for state. And Marsh Valley looks like they'll play likely South Fremont as Walker misses the second one, but Wells will get the rebound. Now to Neal. Neal.
Oh, what a save.
Oh, it goes to Crouch, though. And Crouch is going to miss it. She's fouled at the other end.
That goes on Walker, her 3rd.
That's why Shaw and the referee were having a little bit of a stare down. Shaw's like, I didn't touch her. He's like, you're right. Didn't call it on you. Crouch from the Jacobson Mountain Air foul line leaves it short. And Marsh Valley has fought hard tonight, but they're going to come up. Looks like just short. And
Saxton in for Crockett.
And that is a moment for the 4 seniors to finish their final game on their home court together. As the foul shot is no good, it rebounded out of bounds. It will be Marsh Valley basketball. With 33.9 seconds left, these 4 seniors have a state championship together. They got a district championship last year as well. They're looking for their 2nd district championship and to push themselves into the state tournament. Campbell down the lane, shoot it, no good. Rebound, back to Campbell. And she's going to come out to Belknap. Belknap for another 3, no good. Rebound, Merzlock will get it. Merzlock up, no good. Rebound to Wells, finally she's tied up. It'll stay Marsh Valley basketball. 14 seconds left, 16 seconds on the clock. Belknap will chuck it in. And Shaw knocks it away out of bounds. Takes about a half a second off the clock. Belknap will now trigger from the sideline with 14.1. Belknap goes into Roche. Roche will dribble down the lane. And her shot's blocked by Neal. Rebound by Neal. That should do it. And Wells has the ball. That's going to be the ball game. The Bears are going to win it. Great effort by the Marsh Valley Eagles, but that is the district championship for the Bears. And they're going to win it by a final score 64-48. Bears finish the perfect season in district play, including the district tournament. They were 9-0 in district competition. Bears qualify for the state tournament, likely the number 2 overall seed. So they'll play at 2 o'clock next Thursday. Marsh Valley now heads to the play-in game on Saturday. I believe it is at 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock, somewhere in that range. It'll be most likely against South Fremont. And the Bears take the district championship. All right, I'm going to leave the post-game to Nate and Lisa. But really quick, should we do the gritty player of the game before I go?
Sure.
I got 2 nominees. I'm thinking either Wells or Crockett. They both had phenomenal nights.
Yeah. I went with Crockett because of her hustle. She had multiple steals. She really was the one that got us on the board first and kept us going. So I don't know. What's your thoughts?
I think I'll go with Crockett too. Wells had a phenomenal game as well. But I think tonight's gritty player of the game will be Peyton Crockett.
Crockett had 7 steals.
Just had a great game defensively.
She had a double-double, 10 points, 10 rebounds, 7 steals. What an effort by her tonight.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. We're going to talk about this really quick. So for the Marsh Valley Eagles, they came into district tournament as the number 3 seed. They gave us one heck of a game tonight, and they're going to finish second and go to the play-in game on Saturday, and we should know here in just a minute or two who that's going to be against, either South Fremont or Sugar Salem.
You know, they're presenting the second-place trophy, and I just want to say what a game from these Marsh Valley Eagles. Got a lot to be proud of. You know, they came in off of a 40-point loss to this team just last week. Final score in that game, 61-22. I guess it's 39, but same difference.
Yeah.
It would have been easy for them to come into this game and lay down and play dead, so to speak. But they came out and they gave it their all, and they had a phenomenal showing tonight. I have no doubt that if they play the way they played tonight at the state play-in game, they have a chance to go to state. But at the very least, they'll be competitive no matter what. They had a phenomenal game. Paisley Belknap, by the way, phenomenal game from her.
She had 21 points tonight, and she had 3 rebounds, she had 2 steals, she had a blocked shot. She had a great night. So, and then a shout out to Merslock as well. She ended the night with 13, and she had 6 rebounds as well. A great night by those 2 girls. Actually, just, they're the high scorers, but you have to give credit to a lot of them in there. Bastion hustles her tail off. Evans works hard. Campbell had a couple beautiful 3-point shots. She ended the night with 9 points. So, Marsh Valley, great game. Good luck to them.
Just a significant game for the Eagles. I think this is one of those things that builds confidence and it builds growth for this team. I think this is a young team.
It is a young team.
They've taken their lumps this year, but, they're not going down easy. Going from 22 points to 48 points, completely doubling their total from just last week. I think you can see that the future is bright for these Marsh Valley Eagles. So they just got to keep it going. Good luck to them at state as well. I'm sure they'll do a great job.
They're going to be senior heavy next year.
Yeah,
by the way.
They don't have a single senior on the team. A lot
juniors.
of them back.
Yep. So, all right. They're giving the first place medals to Bear Lake, and calling them out individually. But just really quick, Wells finished with 20 points, Crockett with 10, 11 for Walker, 7 for Shaw, 3 for Skinner, 5 for Neal, 3 for Alleman, 3 for Bainey, 2 for Saxton. And they shot 40% overall. They were 16 out of 38, 42% from the 2-point range, 8 out of 22, 36% from the 3-point, and 8 out of 10, 80% from the foul line. 56 rebounds for the Bears.
That's the stat that jumps off the page to me. 80% from the foul line, 36% from the 3-point line are all good. That the 3-point shot, the Phillips 66 USA 3-point shot started to fall for the Bears in the second half, and it was at critical times. Walker's backbreaking 3-pointer there towards the end. But the 56 rebounds is the stat that just jumps out to me.
Yeah. So great night by the Bear Lake Bears. Eagles, they led in the first quarter 12-10, and then it was Bear Lake 21-7 in the second quarter. They were even in the third, each team with 15, and then the Bears outscored the Eagles 18-14 in the fourth. And it was that second quarter that sealed the deal for the Bears, because Marsh Valley pretty much played them even through the second half.
Yeah, Bears, like you said, Bears outscored the Eagles by 14 in the second period and only win by 16 in the game. You're right, it is pretty much just the second quarter that does it.
Yep.
So that's it for video broadcast for the girls for the season.
Yep.
We will have the state tournament games on the air, but they'll be audio only. We can't even stream.
Nope.
It'll just be the old-fashioned KVSI 1450
Go get a
AM,
radio.
104.5 FM.
I've got a couple of oldies out at the radio station if you need to borrow one.
And then, so that's going to be how we do the girls. Boys aren't done. Boys have 2 games left tomorrow night. Nate and I and Ray will be traveling up to American Falls to bring you the boys' game from American Falls tomorrow night. And then the senior night for the boys is Friday night here from Bear Lake.
Mm-hmm.
For the next 2 nights in a row, it's an opportunity to watch wrestling as the Bears host Snake River tomorrow night. And then the Bears will host Teton on Thursday night. So lots going on. The girls, they're done playing for just over a week now. Next time they'll be on the court will be Thursday the 20th from state up in Meridian this year. And they're hoping to play on Saturday, which means that if they make it to the Fort Idaho Center for a chance to defend their state championship. They won it a year ago at the 2A level. They're hoping to win it this year at the 4A level.
Yep. If they make it to the Ford, well, we expect to see all of Bear Lake and Boise. But if they make it to the Ford Center, we want to see everybody there.
It's a lot of fun. The Fort Idaho Center, if you haven't been there for basketball, it's fun. We've had the privilege of 2 years in a row calling state championship victories from there. The boys 2 years ago, the girls a year ago. We're hoping to get back there again. Sugar Salem is going to be a tough opponent. I'm sure they'll be there one way or another. And we don't have a final.
Nope.
Quinn or Sam, the two that have been texting us, what's our final? And they're going to be a tough opponent. Timberlake is a tough opponent as well that could be there. And South Fremont will most likely be there. Those are the 4 teams that seem to have separated themselves going into the state tournament.
I mean, I think we'll see these Bear Lake Bears playing on Saturday. It's just a matter of where they'll be playing on Saturday. Obviously, this team's really good. Not necessarily the defending state champions just because you moved up a classification, but they are a really good basketball team. And to move up a classification and still compete like this and finish the season with only 3 losses, 2 of which coming to Sugar, the number 1 team, and both of which being close games, and then the close loss against the Malad Dragons, who are having a phenomenal season at
big
the
favorites.
3A level.
Yeah, big favorites to win state in the 3A now.
So, I mean, we're talking about a great team. They split with Malad. I think we know these girls can play ball, and I think that's evident, and proud of them. They put together a phenomenal season. It's been a joy to broadcast, I think. I've had a lot of fun following these girls this season. A lot of wins. A couple losses we were there for, but to be able to follow them, it's honestly a privilege, I would say. So just a fun season.
We have a final, 49-45 Sugar.
So Sugar Salem,
that was a battle.
The 1 seed and 2 seed in the state tournament have qualified now. And with that final and our final here, Bear Lake will definitely be the number 2 seed. There's no way anybody can catch them from behind. And they weren't going to catch Sugar Salem most likely anyway. So Bears won. So Sugar Salem the 1 seed, Bears the 2 seed. Bears will play at 2 o'clock next Thursday, and that'll be the next time we're on the air. So we'll say goodbye for girls basketball as if it's a goodbye. It's not a goodbye for the season because the boys still have a couple games to play, and we do have some radio broadcasts. But this is our last video broadcast of the girls. We know some of you out there only watch the girls, so I want to give a big thanks to Chris Pratt back in the studio. And let's do one more shout out to all of our sponsors, starting with Bear Lake Memorial Healthcare. Count on us to care. Visit blmhospital.com.
Phillips 66U Save 3-point shot sponsor. Live to the full where your convenience is our pleasure.
Foul Line brought to you by Jacobson Mountain Air Heating and Air Conditioning for the Bear Lake Valley. Call 208-847-2665.
Gunderson's Ace Hardware, Ace, the helpful place located in Montpelier.
Napa Auto Parts, that's Napa Know-How.
Northern Title, good deeds done daily. Visit them at northerntitle.net.
Bear Lake Drug, a drugstore, and a great deal more.
Simplot, committed to safety for the Bear Lake Valley employees and their families. Visit simplot.com.
Also a shout out to Gary Tusher, CPA, Mountain Valley Dental, that is Stephen Hammond. Flying S Title, Lenhart Distributing, Southeast Idaho Steel. And, yeah, I think that.
Thank you to all of our sponsors. Without them, we would not be able to bring you these games. And tonight and every night, their help goes a long, long ways.
And, another thing I want to say is thanks to everybody out there for listening and tuning in. We appreciate that a lot. Like I said, it's a lot of fun to bring these games to you. It's a privilege, not a right. So it's always fun to be able to go on the road. And without our sponsors and without the people at home watching these games, we wouldn't be able to do it. So just a lot of fun, and we just want to thank you all for listening. It's been a fun season, and we're glad you were a part of it as well. So.
It's very humbling. Every time we hear our official numbers for the games, which we don't hear after every game, but it's very, very humbling. We usually end up with, you would think dozens. What I sometimes deserve is dozens, but it's not even dozens or hundreds. We get in the thousands and sometimes over 10,000 viewers for these games. I know that sounds like a lot, but that's what we get, and it's because of you that we keep doing this, and we enjoy doing it. And like I was saying before, go ahead, Nate.
Well, I just think it's really cool to be out in public and for people to recognize what you do, and just even a simple thank you as I'm out. That's always something that I appreciate, and I don't take that lightly because I think to be able to do this job and do something that you actually love to do, it's a lot of fun, and it's always been a dream of mine to be able to pursue something like this. Do sports broadcasting. So without you guys, it wouldn't be possible. So it's just, I don't know, my heart's full of gratitude.
Okay. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Thank you for, like I was saying earlier, Chris Pratt back in the studio, pushing the buttons to make us sound good. For those of you that listen on the radio, give Chris a shout-out if you see him. He does a good job back there. Our expert cameraman and his beard for one last time on a girls' broadcast. Ray Henry does a fantastic job for us. He's followed us around on this adventure this last couple of years, and we appreciate having him. He does such a great job each and every night. Lisa brings you the stats. She does such a fantastic job. The games that she's not with us is definitely feels different not having her doing the stats for us. Nate pushing all those buttons to make us look good, and I just sit here and jabber on, but that's what I love to do, so that's what I do. And for everybody else on the SVI Sports Network, for one last time for the girls' season after a district championship, this is
Nate Matthews,
Lisa Hillier,
and Jared Hillier saying good night, everybody.